What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get the achievement Iron Dwarf Medium Rare at level 100. Now, a lot of you guys have been sending me YouTube messages, whatever else, because the method that I showed you guys in the original How to Solo Glory of the Old Raider video no longer works because of the damage buff in old raids. Now, this method, and I tried that, and it actually doesn't work, so I don't want to give you guys misinformation on that video, so we're making a new one. Anyway, the way we're going to do this is I'm going to show you guys two different methods on how this works, and it's actually very easy to do once you understand what's required. Now, for anybody who's new here, doesn't know how it works at all, you have to have Razor Scale get the killing blow with her Fire Breath and kill 25 of these Dark-Ruined Guardians. The other two types of mobs do not count. And also, if you don't take anything away from this video, know this one thing, you have to damage them. You have to actually damage them before she actually kills them with the breath. And so she can't take them 100% to zero. You can wait for the Enrage to make it faster, but I don't really recommend that. I would recommend pulling her down about 2 minutes before the Enrage. Now, you would think because I just damaged them before with multi-shot that it would count here. Now, I don't really know why it didn't count, but my best guess is the reason that it didn't count is I didn't do enough damage to them. As you can see, she killed like 1,000,000 of them with the breath, and I damaged them, but I didn't get credit. So I think the reason for that is that I didn't do enough damage to them. Now, as you can see, also here, I'm going to do a couple of these guys, and I'm going to just pull them individually, and the breath will actually count, and I'll actually get credit for these, which is why I think that it has to do with the amount of damage that I dealt, and not any other, I guess, like variable inside this encounter. So anyway, you can wait for the Enrage, or you cannot wait for the Enrage. During the Enrage, she actually still does a good amount of damage, and so you want to be careful here if you are going to wait for the Enrage, because you can die, and so you don't want to die, right? Because it's fucking Old War. Anyway, so that's the first way you can do it. You can do it individually. Another thing is that you want to make sure that all the mobs, like you'll see in a second here, all of the mobs here are just going to be sitting around doing nothing. Now, the way that I got them to do that is I allowed those mobs to kill all of the NPCs, but you don't want to let them kill all of the NPCs before all of the turrets are actually active, or sorry, the harpoon turrets are all active. Because if you do that, they'll kill the engineers that make the harpoon turrets, and then you'll never be able to bring Razor Scale down. Whenever Razor Scale reaches 50%, however, she'll aggro all of the ads that are just standing around, as you can see here. And because there are so many of them, whenever I use my AoE ability to damage these Dark Iron Guardians, it won't kill them, because the way AoE works now is that after 20 targets, AoE does damage, diminished damage, depending on how many targets it hits. And so having that many mobs is actually going to work for you. Now, this is actually going to be the best attempt that I have, and I'm going to be able to get the achievement just with all of these here. And they are very low level, and they do hardly any damage. They hit you for like less than 100. And so make sure that you're aware of that. And so don't worry about just, oh, you've got a bunch of mobs. But if you are like a class with a shield or something, make sure that you do repair all your gear so they don't break your gear. And look at that, see, I'm getting more of them. And she is going to enrage in this, and so the enrage is not a variable in terms of will it count for the credit or not. The only variable I can really identify is that if you don't damage them, they won't give you credit. Now, you don't actually have to do all of the all 25 of the Dark-Ruined Dwarves, or Dark-Ruined, what are they? Dark-Ruined Guardians in the same pull. And so if you run out of Guardians or something like that, just run up the stairs and run up to the teleporter, and she'll chase you up there, and then she'll despawn. And so you can just do this again. Also, let's say you accidentally kill her, something like that happens, just go ahead and wait till next week. And as you can see, look, I'm all grouped up. Boom, she kills all of them, and I get the achievement immediately. And so that is why I think that it has to do with the amount of damage that I dealt to them. And so again, guys, things to know. Make sure that you go ahead and you you damage the Dark-Ruined Dwarves, at least probably 30,000 damage, or 60% of, or at least take them down to 60% of their health. And that's really all it's going to take. And this is really not all that hard to do, but it took me a while to kind of like figure out what works and what doesn't work. And so hopefully that'll save you guys some time. And this is for the Glory of the Old Raider, if I didn't mention that. So you get the Rusted Proto-Drake, or the Ironbound Proto-Drake, which looks just like Razor Scale, if you complete this achievement along with all the other ones, which are actually way, way easier. So anyway, guys, that's really all it takes to get this achievement, and probably the hardest achievement in the meta. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.